Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. For a radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad you all can be with us. Also, tuning in to our friends at iHeartRadio on Amazon Music, we're glad you all could join us as well. We're so excited to welcome actor Vella Lovell to our broadcast today. She's so much been able to bring to life some great characters that you guys will probably remember. But most recently, you've been able to see her in the hit show on Fox, Animal Control. We're going to talk to Vella not only about her extraordinary success, but also what it's been like for her to shine a spotlight as to what's possible for people as well. Vella, thank you again for the time. Really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, Cyrus.
Pleasure's definitely all mine. When I was prepping for this segment with you, Vella, I saw the video you did recently, and you were talking about your feelings about where we find ourselves now, currently in March, that's celebrated for Women's History Month, and you said you feel the same way about it as you do about Black History Month. It's something we celebrate every day. So I want to ask you, what has it been like for you to celebrate your own journey every day?
Oh my gosh. I guess I am a woman. I'm a Black woman, so this has been my couple of months. It's been, I don't really celebrate myself that much. So I guess the party starts now. I just kind of I kind of have just always put my head down and tried to kind of, take one day at a time, and it's truly been my life's dream to make people laugh and tell stories. So the fact that I get to do it, I do sometimes have to pinch myself and look around and say, like, oh, right, I'm, like, getting to do this for a living, and I don't take it for granted, and I really feel so lucky, and especially to be doing this show, after almost a year of strikes, of actor and writer strikes, I feel so lucky and so excited that we got to make this show kind of in record time to give you guys season 2.
Yeah, and you had said actually in a post, Vella, back in June of 2023 when, of course, they were talking about animal control, you wrote in the post on Instagram, slightly mind-blowing company to be in, but I will accept this reality and be casual about it. What has that been like for you to be able to, as you just said, to do what you love and then be surrounded by people who have that same love for it as well?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Even acting with Joel McHale, who's the lead of Animal Control, like, I used to watch him on The Stoop, like, in college and stuff. Like, it was such a part of kind of what we would throw on the TV, and so it's still kind of wild that I'm like, oh, he's like my friend and my coworker. It is kind of a bizarre situation to be. You kind of are meeting people that you look up to and supposed to be normal and be able to act across from them. And that is, I'm not over it, and I probably don't play it cool at all. So it's pretty, I have no chill, so I'm still getting used to it for sure.
Well, look, I think that probably keeps it fun. Vella, a lot of us got to know you. Well, I can speak for myself. Got to know you as Heather from, of course, the show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. But you said in an interview that I watched in talking about Emily and Animal Control that you felt such a connection with her. So what has that been like for you to bring this character to life?
Yeah, so Emily, who's the character I play on Animal Control, is actually the most like me character that I've ever played, which is pretty wild. Sometimes I feel a little too seen by the writers, but she's very she's kind of a people pleaser and wants everyone to like her, and she has imposter syndrome, and she's just very awkward, but she really is just trying to be everyone's best friend, and yet she's their boss, which is kind of an oxymoron. Like, your boss can't really be your friend, and she hasn't gotten that memo because she just wants everyone to love her. So it's been really fun to kind of bring that element of myself that I 100% have to that character, because other characters I've played have been kind of completely different.
Yeah, and I mentioned in my introduction, Vella, that you've been able to do what you love, but also you've been able to entertain and inspire. Have you gotten used to that inspiring part, that by your following your dreams, by your doing the work that you love, that you're showing other creatives, especially women, what they can be able to do in their own lives?
Oh, I love that. you don't really think about it, but sometimes it does hit me that, because, it's show business is hard. Like, there's a reason that, parents are like, don't be an actor to their kids, because it's a hard road. I know they say it. But like, it does kind of hit me sometimes that and I really think this is true for everyone, not just actors, that if you're doing what you love, you're inspiring somebody. And if you're kind of, if you're choosing your happiness and you're choosing your passion and then you're working really hard, you probably are inspiring people around you to do the same, even if you don't realize it. So I definitely hope that I have in any way, and I think probably anyone who's kind of pursuing what they love to do against all odds is doing the same thing to people in their lives.
Love that. The last thing I want to talk to you about, Vella, and not that you get on the soapbox, but I do love that you use your platform, and you talked about after the pandemic about the importance of protecting your mental health. And I was curious, you mentioned the strike earlier. How has that helped you in making sure that you're kind of staying centered and kind of being in the moment, especially you talked about in that one video I saw about the importance of staying active, moving. How important has that been for you not to forget yourself along the way?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone, will probably be unpacking how hard the pandemic was for all of us for a really long time. And just in general, life is really hard. We're also so inundated with so much information, even with, I'm excited to promote this TV show, and it's like there's so much TV out there. It's like we're overwhelmed even by our favorite pastimes, and It really is so important to, I think, take moments for yourself. And we'll so easily go to the doctor for if we break our leg or our arm, but if our mental state is kind of worn down, we're so hesitant to take time for ourselves, but your mental health and your mental state is just as important as your physical one. And I think for me, it's also been making sure to take time to rest, which feels very controversial to say. I know, we're all so into working, but if there's anything I could leave to your listeners, just making sure, even if you're listening to this right now, take a minute to just breathe and rest. That will serve you so much more in the rest of your day.
Love that. And, Vella, you've been able to give us some great relief in shows like Animal Control, so we're so excited for that. Again, everyone, Vella Lovell has been our guest. You guys can catch her, of course, on Animal Control. New episodes airing on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central for our radio audience on Fox. Vella, thank you again for stopping by. I really do appreciate the time. Congratulations to you on all of your success, and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you so much, Cyrus. It was awesome talking to you.
Hey, same here. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live, and let's go make today amazing. Take care.